Alright, in my last video I was talking about editing a file to add transparency to your panel, your GNOME panel. And some panels, like I showed before, can handle transparency, easily, and some you have to work at it to get it. And I changed my theme to this theme right here, Zuki or Z-U-K-I, Zuki, or whatever it's called. And this is one of those non-adaptive panels I was talking about. So you go to properties and go to background and click solid color, and see how it's still one side is colored and the middle isn't. So what we're going to do, instead of editing the file like I showed you before, we're going to use compiz to add transparency. The drawback with this is you can't add images to it. It's just, all it's doing is just making it transparent. That's all it's going to do. So let's go to your system preferences and compiz setting manager. And when you do this, it's going to be like global, I guess. So like whenever you change to a different theme, the next theme you change to is also going to have transparency as well. So it's a good alternative. It's just that you can't really do anything else to it other than just transparency. So right here it says opacity and brightness. Click on that. And right here where it says new, it says Windows specification settings. Click new. And now this is where you're going to tell compiz where you want the transparency. So there's a few, oh I'm sorry, wrong one. It's one back here. Okay. There's a few commands you can give it. Alright, if you just want the panel, copy and paste this into it. Or if you want your panel and the menus and your tooltips and your pop-up menus and your drop-down menus, if you want all of them to be affected with transparency, you can do that as well. Just copy the whole thing in. Or you can just put name equals, or with the panel, then have this little separator, then just add the tooltip instead of the menu. Just kind of give you a selection of what you want and what you don't want. But for now I'm just going to put the panel. So copy, and we'll right click and paste, and my panel should disappear. Click close, and as you can see they're gone. I don't know if it'll show up on the recorder. See, they're gone, they're disappeared. Now one of the big drawbacks with this is that your text also get transparent. The other way it doesn't. Your text is always visible no matter how much of a transparency you add. So to bring back your panel, you can just simply adjust the transparency. So bring it back up to about 85 or 84, and here it is. Now hold control, left click, throw it up here so you can see what I'm talking about. There you go. Now you can kind of see the transparency. Let me zoom in for that. See how you can see through the panel? You can see the metacity behind it. With the other way, with the editing of the file, you don't get that effect. It looks transparent, but as soon as something goes behind it, it disappears. So that's kind of a drawback with the other way I was showing you. But anyways, let me zoom back out. Hold control. Control or alt. I can't remember. Alt. Left click to grab it. Alright. So that's the other way I was telling you about. Anyways, well, since I changed my theme, it doesn't really match with the panels and my metacity here. So there's a way you can change your colors in your theme to make it match, and go to your appearance settings, right click on your desktop and click on theme, click customize, and click on color. Now this metacity on top is non-adaptive, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make my windows match the metacity. So we're going to click on background where it says Windows colors right here, this little section. Click on that, and this little dropper, click on this, and we're going to select right above that gray line, right about there. Okay, now click OK. Now it should blend in just right. There it goes. Now it all matches. See? Now I'm sure there's a little line or whatever you can edit to make it all blend and whatever, but this is just like an easier way of doing it. This is what I do, so it makes things easier for me. Anyways, let's close this off and close this off. Let me think. If I can think of anything else, I'll make another video, but most likely the next video is going to be the Carl dock tutorial, and that's going to be a pain in the butt. So anyways, I'll see you then.